Autopilot is in. Auto thrust is in. We're normal low. We are getting thrust off that engine.
It is. To me, it sounds like it's stalled.
Yeah, it's kind of getting that bang.
Let me go into the decam anyway, Norman, and we'll have a look at this.
Yeah, thanks. If you're happy, we stay where we are for now.
If we can.
See what we can do, yeah.
Okay, so you control, Norman, your aircraft, your radios.
Pan, Shamrock, 312. Engine problems are having maintaining flight with 330, reverting okay. So. Okay, I've told you we've got some engine problems, but we're happy where we are at the moment.
It is holding level okay in the speed, so we're getting thrust out of it. Vibration. N1 greater than 6 units, we've got 7.1 units there. Norman, refer to the high vibration procedure. And I suspect we're going to end up having to.
I think we're going to be winding back on that, alright,
Okay, so. High engine vibration. Okay, engine parameters check. If icing is suspected, auto thrust off. I don't think we had any ice. What about you?
No, I don't think so. We're not up here, no.
Okay, if icing is not suspected, which is the case, and if above the vibration advisory, thrust on the affected engine reduce. It is above it.
We're going to be descending off this anyway. At some stage. Are you happy? Will I just get a level off from the start of descent, and then we can diagnose it then a bit more?
Absolutely. And in order to get rid of like that engine is not healthy, in my view.
No.
I suspect it's probably going to damage itself. Meant to put another failure in there.
He's okay. He's clear to send a flight about 200 there, but I'm just going to start the descent.
Okay. Right, Norman.
So the checklist wise, I mean, in regards to the vibration there, does it
no guidance whatsoever. No
guidance at all.
No, there's absolutely nothing. Like I'm tempted to. Well, we have an engine stall checklist.
Yeah, maybe have a look at that.
Thrust lever affected engine. I mean, we can bring the thrust lever back. Maybe bring it to idle. See if that makes any effect.
We can see if at least we have control of it. See if it brings the vibrations down. At least we can keep the engine running, like instead of shutting it down.
You know, when you have control, you have thrust lever.
Yeah, my control.
And it is on engine
number one. Okay. So I'm just going to bring that back slowly out of here. Let's have a look and see what that does.
See if it stops that surging.
That's it. Thrust lever ASIM. We know about that.
MCT maybe in the other one, that'll stop that.
Yeah, I'll go that now, yeah. So that one's back. There's MCT on the other one.
Okay. What's that bing there? We have ignition on there. It stopped it sort of.
It's silent. That's not great though, is it? No, it's still surging away there the whole time, isn't it?
So what do we do? We're speed VS, we're on our way down, 323. We're going to have to go somewhere.
Yeah, look, we've got Heathrow there off in the nose. We've got Luton.
Okay.
Stansted. It's like a ticket to Heathrow.
Right, let's get back towards Heathrow then. That'll be a heading of 120. We get descent flight level 100.
Yeah.
And while we're in the descent, Normal will diagnose this engine. The stall checklist does say in flight if at normal parameters the engine master, we shut the engine down, you know.
Certainly hasn't done the trick there with bringing the thrust back on us.
It hasn't yet, no. Okay. Look, our hands are kind of tied.
I reckon it's going to have to be going.
Okay, so I'm in the engine stall checklist.
Yeah.
Okay, so in flight, thrust lever affected engine idle. It is. Okay. Parameters monitor. It's still above the vibration, and we can feel the vibration as well. So that's enough for me.
Yeah, it's awful.
If abnormal, engine master, the affected engine shut down. So look at engine 1 confirmed.
Yep, master's off. That is confirmed. We're already into descent. There's no need for
master caution. Engine shut down. Okay. Engine mode selected to ignition, and if no fuel link and balance monitor. So let's have a look at that. That vibration's there. It will be there whilst we wind it down, and that's
exactly.
Pretty
fuel
much
imbalance. The descent
pretty much normal. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, we're in good shape.
Still lumping away there a bit as it winds down, but that's certainly a lot better than it was.
So where are we heading to? We're going to Heathrow.
So Heathrow's just going to be off. We're going to basically go out heading 120 back in towards into Heathrow.
So clear direct to Ockham and descent flight level 80. So the vibration on that is
flight level 80 there.
Well, I just maybe get us down a wee bit, or
yeah. Well, I was just waiting until we make it plan. You're happy with
Heathrow, maybe, yeah.
Well, then if you. I just have the box where you take control, or
my aircraft,
do you want to take control then, and I'll do this.
And I have control.
One of us has to go heads down here as well.
I don't think we're going to try a relight of that engine at all. Norman. Okay, I have control.
Oh dear. Okay, your control. So
that looks like
just get rid of that for a second as well.
Engine failure.
Okay, so dual engine failure. Okay, so dual engine failure. Barry says thrust levers to idle.
Bring them both back to idle.
I'm just going to go straight through all these. Okay, thrust levers to idle. FAC 1 off. Where are we? Okay, FAC 1 is up here. Off. Then
thanks, so much. Sort out that.
Okay, so if no fuel, we do have fuel. Okay, so that's not the issue. It says optimum speed 220 or green dot.
I'm going to bring that back towards green dot.
Engine no fuel procedure applied. That's not the issue. If fuel remains, optimum relight speed is 300. How are we doing terrain wise?
Yeah,
okay, we're up at 297.
I'm going to hover over this. Is this Bristol or something like that?
Okay, that's Bristol. Okay. So if fuel remains, optimum relight speed 300. Okay. Engine fuel procedure applied. Well, I'm going to get that now in a second.
Reassessing there, Norman. This engine went on us with that awful vibration,
gone.
which is still there. The other one just flamed out.
I'm not going to get that back. Yeah.
So, what are your thoughts? We'll get that APU up and running anyway. What are your thoughts on getting the
just getting into relight
this engine?
Yeah. Let's get that APU and running.
So we're in a bit of a quandary. Look, we're right over airports, so I'm not overly concerned about what we have a choice. We can make any of these. What a distance are we at? 30 miles even from Heathrow at 280 to look Filton, but we're right over. Is that Bristol?
Bristol there, isn't it?
That's 20 miles away. I'm going to keep it in the vicinity of Bristol and not stall the airplane. We're in alternate law, so we can stall.
Great. Okay, APU is going to be coming there now shortly. And that's in ignition.
It's a funny trim issue.
Okay, I just get it. Yeah.
The light is on there. So you're happy enough there, Norman? My radio.
Yep.
So Mayday, Mayday, Mayday. Dual engine failure. Shamrock 320. We're descending. Uncontrolled descent 280. We will be landing in Echo Golf Delta Lima or Echo Golf Victor November. Either runway. And stand by. What is that? Why is the? Just need to pitch down a bit.
So, Barry, we have, I know that one, it's a separate issue that we've lost about the engines. That one, obviously, was installed. This one's a flame out. So I know we could go to the relight. I'm going to go to the dual engine dual failure fuel remaining.
Good, Norman,
because there could obviously be implications of obviously having both gone. So, emergency leg power. Apply first the following actions required by the ECAM engine dual failure if not already done.
That engine is dragging us back a little bit because the pitch is quite low for the speed.
Right. Then, as long as none of the engines recover, apply the following paper procedure and if time limits.
Alright, there's the APU back.
Great.
Flight director's off.
So we have our APU. Optimum relight speed is 300 knots.
300? I better get to 300 then, I suppose.
Yep. In the case of a speed indication failure, which we haven't got, it gives us some weight there.
We don't.
Exactly. It gives you pitch and power setting there. For what are we at?
We were 65-ish.
At 60, about 64, 64, 65 there. You're looking at about 3.5 degrees, it says here. Okay. At 300 knots, the aircraft can fly up to about 2 nautical miles per 1,000 feet with no wind. Landing strategy.
Well, we're landing in
you're in the middle of that.
Delta Lima.
Great. And then determine whether a runway can be reached or the most appropriate place for a forced landing.
Look, we're 20 miles, 20,000 feet, and we're going to go straight in. I suspect that it'll be east-west runway.
Okay. I'll help you set that up in a second if this doesn't go any better. VHF1, use ATC notify. If no relight after 30 seconds, engine master is off for 30 seconds and on. Unassisted start attempts can be repeated until successful or until APU bleed.
You're trying that relight already?
APU bleed is available there now.
Fuel engine failure.
Great. We have APU bleed there now as well, so I'm going to try a relight in that engine.
Sounds good. And while you do that, I'll just make sure that we actually might get it. Master caution. I really don't want to bring this through the whole way. That was not the plan. 270 knots,
so
210. We've no bleed yet, so we don't know APU bleed. Okay,
no, we don't.
Only at 280 knots, so I'm kind of. And
actually, how's our pressurization there?
Gone,
yeah,
so
we'll be into mass as well soon.
For the purpose of this exercise, we'll not. But that's exactly right.
Actually, we'll bleed. Actually, bleed would do, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
APU bleed now.
Give it.
It'll save us. Looks like we might have something going there.
Just below 20. I'm going to reduce the speed back. Our N2 is good.
It looks like it might be doing something there, right?
So I'm just going to
Is
try and get that speed
EGT
back.
is increasing.
There's always the broken engine, you know, the stalled engine. If we don't get this one, it's better than nothing.
Give us something, yeah.
So I've reduced our descents. Yeah, you're getting fuel flow there.
It's alright, yeah. It looks like it's looking back online. I'll keep you posted anyway. There, this is Jenny flicking on there, I think.
Okay.
So we might get an avail light here now in a second.
We do indeed,
There's an avail light there on engine.
That's
responding there for you.
Sounds great. So I'm going to put the auto thrust.
Auto thrust.
Actually, could I ask you to do that for me, Norman? Thanks. So, speeds, lever, climb. So we're below the one engine up. Flight directors,
those.
Autopilot, level off.
And breathe, yeah.
So we have speed,
flight path angle of 0, track. Autopilot 2 is in. We are normal, obviously, we wouldn't have the autopilot.
Okay.
Okay, it says cabin pressure, excess pressure, cabin altitude. Cabin altitude is 10,000 feet.
So we need to get down.
That's going to start coming back down anyway. With
so we need to drop that as well. So I need to start heading down.
Yeah, exactly. So we're just about safe, but it is coming the right direction now.
So look, I'm happy the engine's down, so we can go into open descent on the way down, and we'll continue on to Bristol rather than Filton. So we'll just continue in this direction, if you don't mind, Norman. Echo Golf, Golf Delta.
Good. I'm going to continue on clear this up and sure there's nothing we've missed, okay?
So Mayday,
cabin pressure, excess cabin altitude, crew oxygen mask on,
one engine restarted, we're continuing towards Bristol and descending flight of 100 due excess cabin off.
ATC notified, pair notified, cabin off below 9, okay, that's okay.
Okay, so we're sorting that out. Engine 1 shutdown.
Engine 1 shutdown. Okay, we did that on purpose. If no fuel leak. Imbalance monitor. Okay, so I'm going to have a look just as a reminder of the fuel situation here. They're actually fairly even there, with both of them being shut down there for the last few minutes. So we'll keep an eye on it. We'll expect obviously to lose more on this side as we fly on. We'll keep an eye on that.
Thoughts on this engine, Norman? This is the one that was causing us all the problems. I wouldn't secure that. I wouldn't go into the full in case we lose that one. We have always to get the chance of opening that one up again.
Exactly.
So imbalance monitor. If you're happy, we can clear engine 1 shutdown
and leave it at that. Clear engine 1.
Okay.
Okay, into secondary items then.
APU supplying those.
So we have a land ACP. We're certainly doing that. APU both up and running. We know his secondary item. We still expect the secondaries off that. APU is fine. AC1, AC2 from the generator 2. That's fine. No problems with the electrics. And we are using a land ACP.
Okay, so status page.
Status page.
Quick
okay,
review.
so to review. Outstanding checklist. The only one I was in the middle of was engine dual failure, which we have one back. That's complete. There's no OBs, there's no TDUs, and resets certainly aren't going to help us.
Nothing
in
else
this case.
really from that at all.
No outstanding checklists. Review of status then, if you're happy, Brian. So minimum rat speed. We know the rat is out, but to be honest, we have
negated with the generator.
It's going to be there anyway. Exactly. We have the Jenny's back. So one pack only if wing anti-ice is on.
Okay.
Increase fuel consumption. Cat 3 single only. So we're Cat 3
single. We don't have any wing anti-ice.
Wing anti-ice isn't on.
Cat 3 single is on.
We may have it down a bit lower, but it's not going to be a problem anyway with one pack. Increased fuel consumption. Okay. The rat is out. Fine. We're on the way in somewhere. In-op systems. Cat 3 dual. We have engine 1 bleed and generator 1. So everything is associated with that engine.
Do you know what it is?
There's nothing else in there.
Straightforward engine failure. There's nothing else in that now. So you can clear the status.
Clear status.
Alright, a quick review then, Norman. So
ECAM actions are complete.
Perfect. That's stop ECAM. We're descending down to 80, heading towards Bristol on one engine. Not an issue. We have secured the other one in case this one goes on us again. I have no idea where that one went. So we have the option of starting that one again. We'll maintain our Mayday status and land straight in on the westerly facing runway in Bristol.
Yep. If you're happy, then do you want me to set that up, or what?